here we are back at you as promised. Just want to show you why I increased the width of these three frame mating nukes, okay? I'll show you. This is a standard 8-frame deep box manufactured by yours truly. In fact, I bought my original first hive. It had a deep and 2 supers, 10 frame of deep and 2 supers, and that's the only hive boxes that you'll see in any of my videos to date that I have actually bought. The rest of them have been manufactured. Now this bows in a little bit. This 8-frame, it bowed in a little bit on the end. I actually made a mistake when I cut that. I should have cut it lengthways of the board and had the long grain going sideways. Instead I had the long grain going up and down, and it made it, and I cut it right on the center of the board where the board is most likely, the wood is most likely to move, and unfortunately it caused that to bow in like it did now. Okay, if you perfectly center a partition in this 8-frame box down here, what I plan on being able to do is, number one, I'm going to put some drawn out comb in here, okay, and I'm going to put a queen cell and a few bees in here, and the bees are going to take care of that queen cell, let it hatch out, and take care of that virgin queen. She's going to go get mated, and she's going to come back in here and start laying, and then she's going to be ready. Once she's laying good and going, she's going to be ready to move on to bigger and better things. Okay? Now, most people manufacture their queens for a set period of time through the summer. Now, if you use the little half-length mating nukes, in my opinion, once queen rearing season is over, you pretty much got to find a place to store them, and you put them up until the following spring. Okay? I wanted full-length frames. The reason being, I can use these frames. If they're drawn out, when I'm through making queens, I can use these. Even though I prefer 5-frame, I can use these for increase. I can make splits with these. Okay? Just let them build up a little bit in this box, and then move them up to a bigger box or put them into a full-size hive. Okay? But the point is, these are dual purpose. I'm not restricted on what I can use them for. And like I said, if I don't need the nukes boxes to use them for increase my number of colonies or what have you, I can put the boxes up somewhere, stack them up, and I can still take these frames out that are going to be drawn. I can pull these drawn combs out, put those into a working hive, and let the working hive use those combs to increase or build up faster. So the queen will have more places to lay. You might have a hive and only half of the, like this holds 8. You might only have half of them drawn out, and you might have some half of them are empty. Well, it takes, especially if it's a colony that's still working on trying to build its numbers up. It can take them a little while to build all that out, especially if the flow is weak or non-existent, and and not to mention, if the colony's not real big, they don't build up quick. You know, a big colony can strengthen itself, build itself up faster than a weaker colony. Okay, but every colony's got to start from somewhere. So, but what I'm saying is, you can put, if you've got a hive and you've got 4 empty frames in there, and you need them to build up a little faster, you can take those empty frames out, put the drawn frames out of here in there, well, which obviously this wouldn't work because this is a deep and that's a medium. You'd have them trying to draw a comb on the bottom, but that's not my point. Okay, you can take these out, put those into a honey super, or if you're using medium frames for your hives instead of using a deep on the bottom and then a medium. You see, you can do that. But anyway, okay, these fit side by side. I can put a partition in this box in the center all the way up, and then I can set a nuke here and a nuke here. Effectively, it's two side by side nukes. I can use these. Now if I put a partition in the center here, see, when you put these on here side by side, you've got a double partition because you've got both sides of the box, okay? So you're only going to have 6 frames up here, okay? But in the bottom, I'll have to measure it out, of course, so I may be telling you wrong, but in the bottom, I may be able to get still 4 frames in each side of this, depending on how much extra space was figured into the design of the width of this box. If I can find and use some 1/4 inch stuff to make the divider, I know it would work. But more than likely, I'm going to be using stuff like this to make the center divider in here. And what's going to happen is I'll start out a nuke, 2 nukes in here, one here, divider in the middle. And when they're ready, I put one of these. Because I can just, build a whole bunch of these things. I can put one there. That's going to let this nuke on this side. It gives them another box to work on with another 3 frames. Now 3 frames isn't much, but that's better than having them sitting in a closet until next queen rearing season and not having any use for them at all. At least you can reuse this equipment after queen rearing season when you start trying to build up your colonies or something after the main honey flow. But anyway, that's the boxes. We showed you some frames. Okay, so I'm going to cut this video off. This is part 2. We've got the boxes built. Okay, I've showed you the migratory lid. This is the boxes. When we get back with you the next time, we're going to work on some bottom boards. We're going to make those to where your bottom board is going to fit either 2 of these side by side, or it can fit an 8-frame box. And if you put a regular 8-frame box on it, like with no partition in the center, it's going to have an entrance on each end. But if you have a partition in the center, the bottom board is going to have an entrance on it down here and down here at the bottom. Okay, that way you've got an entrance for this nuke on this side and an entrance for this nuke on that side. And I haven't sketched any of that out or anything. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Basically, it'll be a piece of plywood like this, the same size as the bottom of this box, and then we're going to put ridges, probably 3/4 by 3/4 pieces of softwood or something, and put them around the edge and leave the gaps for the entrances on each side, and then have one piece right down the middle. But I'm just speculating. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out. A person could even build their bottom board with the entrances on each side if they wanted to for the 2 nukes. Give me your opinion. Do you think the entrances would be better on the side? Like for this nuke, the entrance be right down here in the bottom board and over here? Or would it be better if you alternated them, one down here and one down there on opposite ends of the box? Tell me what you think. Does it make a difference? I don't know. Shoot, I'm making this up as I go. I hope it helps somebody. And like I said, we'll work on them bottom boards and we'll get back with you, and when we get that worked out and show you what we came up with. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day, and God bless.